The night is allowed to be slow. Nothing needs to be done. Nothing is wrong. Everything can rest. Outside, the world is quiet and steady. The air is cool and clean. The sounds are small. The soft hush of night holds everything gently. Let your body settle. Breathe in slow. Breathe out slow. Feel your hands get heavier. Feel your face get soft. By a quiet lake in the deep evening, there is a calm little turtle named Tilly. She is already peaceful. Her shell is sage green with light green patterns, and soft water blue highlights shine in the moonlight.
I love these gentle and calm nights,
Tilly said. The lake is still like a mirror. Cool, bluish moonlight spreads across the water in a smooth path. Near the shore, stones sit with a thin lace of frost. Reeds and small plants stand quietly. There is no wind. On the right side, near the water, a small lantern glows. Its light is warm and gentle. The warm light makes tiny gold shapes on the stones. The cool moonlight and the warm lantern light rest together, calm and kind. Tilly has a small water lily blossom near her shell. It is pale and soft. It feels like peace. It is winter. A thin rim of ice sits at the very edge of the lake, like a quiet white line. A few soft snowflakes from earlier rest on the stones. Nothing is moving fast. Tilly does not hurry. She is patient. She is wise. She is kind. She likes nights that do not ask for anything. She listens for a moment. She hears only small sounds, a tiny drip from a reed, a soft tick from cooling stones, the calm sound of her own breath. The sky feels especially clear tonight. The stars look like tiny, sleepy dots. Tilly rests near the waterline, where the reeds make gentle shapes. Her soft beige belly is warm enough against a smooth stone. Her sage green shell catches the moonlight in quiet patterns. The lantern is nearby, but it is not loud. It is only a small, warm glow. It makes the frost on the stones sparkle softly. Tilly keeps her water lily blossom close. It sits near the top of her shell, like a little promise of stillness. As Tilly breathes, she notices something small. The water lily blossom is a bit too chilly tonight. The petals are tucking in just a little. It is not a big problem. It is not scary. It is simply a tiny winter thing. Tilly thought.
The blossom might like a gentler place to rest, just for a while, where the lantern's warmth can touch it softly.
There is no rush. There is no need. It is only a small, kind idea. Tilly looks at the stones by the shore. Some are round, some are flat, some are smooth, like quiet buttons. She chooses 3 tiny smooth stones, all close to where she already is. She does not travel far. She does not wander. She simply reaches, slowly, and brings them near. 1 stone. 2 stones. 3 stones. The stones feel cool at first, then they feel calm. Tilly likes how steady they are. Tilly sets the 3 stones on a wide, flat stone just above the waterline. The flat stone has a dusting of snow, like powdered sugar. It does not slide, it does not tip. It simply rests. The petals stay tucked for a moment, then relax a tiny bit, as if they feel safer. Tilly watches the blossom with calm eyes. The moonlight makes the petals look silvery. The lantern gives them a warm, honey touch. A thin line of ice near the edge of the lake glows pale. It is quiet ice. It is just there, like a soft border. The water beyond the ice is dark and still, and it holds the star reflections without moving them. Tilly breathes in. Tilly breathes out. The night breathes with her. Tilly's shell shines in the mixed light. Sage green, soft beige, light green patterns like gentle leaves. The water blue highlights on her shell look like tiny droplets of sky. Tilly feels glad, not excited, just glad in a sleepy way. The tiny task is almost finished. The blossom has a peaceful spot. The lantern is steady. The lake is steady. Everything is steady. To make the spot even calmer, Tilly makes one more small change. The lantern's light makes a bright line on the water, and the line is a little sharp. It is still not a problem. It is only a tiny thing. So Tilly nudges one extra pebble in front of the lantern, close to its base. The pebble does not cover the light. It only softens it. Now the light on the water is smooth. The reflections look quiet. Tilly sits very still. She does not need to think hard. She lets her thoughts become simple. She looks at the water. She looks at the sky. She looks at the blossom. Water, sky, blossom. Everything is calm. Everything is close. Everything is okay. Tilly stays with the calmness for a while. She does not need to do more. She can simply notice. She notices the cool air on the top of her shell. She notices the warmer air near the lantern. She notices how both can exist together. Tilly thought.
Cool. Warm. Cool. Warm.
It feels like the world is balancing itself, very slowly. Tilly likes balance. It makes her feel safe inside. Her neck relaxes. Her feet relax. Even the tiny muscles around her eyes relax. Tilly makes a slow little stretch. Not a big stretch, just a small one. She presses her front feet gently into the stone. She lengthens her neck a tiny bit. Then she lets it go. Stretch and soften. She pulls her feet back in and feels how quiet that is. She does it again, even smaller. Stretch and soften. After the second stretch, her body feels more settled, like it found a comfy spot all by itself. Tilly watches the water lily blossom resting in its stone ring, and she looks at it with kind attention. Tilly thought.
Peace. Stillness. Quiet thoughts.
In the winter night, the blossom looks delicate, but it is not weak. It is simply gentle. Tilly lets her thoughts become as gentle as the blossom. If a thought feels too loud, she lets it float away. If a thought feels soft, she lets it stay. Tilly makes a tiny pattern in the thin snow beside the flat stone. She uses the tip of one foot. It is only a little swirl, a slow curl, like drawing a sleepy cloud. The swirl is not important. It is just soothing to make. One slow line, one soft curve, and then she stops. The snow stays calm, the stones stay calm, the lake stays calm. Tilly feels proud in a quiet way, like she made a peaceful mark that only the night needs to see. Now Tilly watches the reflections again. The lantern makes a warm path on the water, and the moon makes a cool path. They do not compete. They simply share the lake. Tilly watches the two paths meet and mix into soft colors. Warm light, cool light, warm light, cool light. Her breathing follows the rhythm. In, out, in, out. Each breath feels like a slow wave that never needs to splash. A tiny winter sound comes from the ice line, a quiet little tick, then silence again. It is only the cold making small changes. Nothing is wrong. Tilly hears it and stays calm. Her calmness is like a soft blanket she carries inside. Tilly thought.
The lake is safe and steady.
The sound does not return. The night remains smooth and quiet. Tilly likes to do a listening game when she feels sleepy. She listens for 5 soft sounds. 1. Her slow breath. 2. The faintest touch of water against a stone. 3. A reed making a tiny, tiny creak. 4. The lantern's gentle hush. 5. The quiet, quiet, quiet quiet. After 5 sounds, her mind feels even softer, like it is settling into a pillow. Tilly likes to count slow breaths when the night is this quiet. 1 slow breath in, and 1 slow breath out. 2 slow breaths in, and 2 slow breaths out. 3 slow breaths in, and 3 slow breaths out. With each breath, her body feels heavier in a comfortable way, like a warm blanket settling. After 3 breaths, Tilly pauses and notices her body again. Her shoulders feel low, her belly feels steady, her feet feel warm enough where they touch the stone. She lets her eyelids rest half-closed, like curtains that do not need to lift. She takes 1 more slow breath in and lets it out even slower. In the quiet, she can feel her heartbeat, calm and patient, like a tiny drum playing very softly. Tilly imagines her shell as a cozy roof over her, a safe little home she carries everywhere. The moonlight paints a cool shine on the top of it. The lantern paints a warm shine on the side of it. Tilly thought.
Cool shine, warm shine.
She does not have to choose. She can hold both. She relaxes into that thought, and her neck feels softer, and her face feels softer, and her whole body feels more ready for sleep. Now Tilly counts breaths again, but even slower than before. 1 in, 2 in, 1 out. 2 out. 3 in, 3 out. With each breath, her mind becomes quieter, like snow falling in the dark. Nothing needs to be solved. Everything is already gentle. The reeds nearby are still. They make thin, soft lines against the moonlight. The stones by the shore feel steady under Tilly. They do not wobble. They do not shift. The blossom in its little stone ring looks peaceful. The petals are not fighting the cold. They are simply resting in the gentle warmth. Tilly's eyes blink slowly, once and again. Tilly remembers something wise she likes to keep inside her heart. When you slow down, the world becomes softer and clearer. She feels it now. The cold air is not harsh. It is clean and soft. The moonlight is not sharp. It is smooth and kind. The lantern is not bright. It is only a small warm glow, and it does not ask for anything. Tilly breathes and lets the night be gentle. The lake stays like a mirror. Stars rest in the water as if the water is holding them carefully. Tilly looks at 1 star reflection, then another. She does not count them fast. She notices them slowly. A star, another star, another. Her thoughts get quieter each time she looks. They feel like soft snow settling down, down, down. Tilly's head lowers a little, not from tired work, but from cozy sleepiness. The tiny task is complete. The blossom is safe in its gentle ring of stones. The lantern light is soft. The moonlight is cool. The lake is quiet. There is nothing else to fix. Tilly stays right where she is. She lets her feet relax. She lets her shell feel warm enough inside. Her breathing becomes even slower. In and out. In and out. Her eyes close for a longer moment, and she does not open them quickly. The lake keeps holding the reflections. The blossom keeps resting in its stone ring. The lantern keeps glowing softly. Tilly does not need to watch anymore. She lets her eyes close. She lets her chin settle. She lets her breath become the only thing she notices. Slow in, slow out. The night stays kind. The sounds grow smaller. The air feels softer. The whole world feels like it is whispering, rest. Tilly thought.
I am calm. I am safe. I am held by the quiet night.
She tucks her head in gently and settles into sleep. Her body is still. Her mind is quiet. The water lily blossom rests nearby, peaceful and warm. The moonlight and lantern light keep shining softly without changing anything. The story is over, everything is fine, and now you can rest and sleep.